And thank you to the Fresh Start program. I mean, the process was simple, you know. You just make a phone call, and you make a phone call, and you are just, you know, upfront and honest with your situation, and you all will do your best to make it happen. And I don't know a situation that you can't handle. I mean, the way I mean seriously, because just and I'm sure because based on your experience, and just sometimes when we've talked and you've given some examples on some of the situations that you all have dealt with, it's like, well, shoot, that's when I felt better.
From start to finish, how long did it take Fresh Start to get you into an apartment?
Maybe right around 30 days-ish, a little over 30 days. It seemed like forever. It seemed like it was longer than that. But, and it wasn't due to anything that, on our end. It was one of those situations where, the timing of the application submission was not, in line with what was going on at the property.
Right.
So the property was going through some changes, and that pushed things out a whole week. And then trying to, they're going through their things, but they're still trying to accommodate. One thing I can say is based on the patience that, we exhibited, and due to the community's.
Wow. So that makes me happy. I do remember with that property, I think they were changing management, but the good news was you were able to pivot. You were able to just
correct
somewhere else, and they moved a lot faster, a lot quicker. So I was happy to hear that.
Yeah.
What was, and I know we both already know this, but what was the result of working with Fresh Start?
The result was an approval.
Ooh.
The result was an approval. An approval in my choice unit. So my choice in a unit on my choice property. So I didn't have to settle.
Wow.
So which is what I was really grateful for. I had my eye on this place, and yes, I did select others, but for some reason, either they, things didn't work out, they didn't respond, or the place was already, the unit that I had applied for was already, or was no longer available, is what they said. And then when you try to reach out to them for alternatives, they don't respond. And I'm pleased, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for resources like Fresh Start. I would have never thought that there was a resource available such as Fresh Start that is legitimate. You hear about a lot of these scams and all of that, and I'm here to tell you it's definitely real. And it can definitely happen, So I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for everything that you've done, your patience with me, and all of that, and we got the results that we were looking for. So working with the Fresh Start team, and and the team is pleasant. You're always available. There are times we talked on a weekend. I mean, so, I'm forever grateful. So that doesn't give people an excuse to blow your phone up over the weekend. But, in situations where you have questions, I mean, you were always there. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So speaking of scams, we do know a lot of people, it does not sound real. It does sound too good to be true. Can you tell me some of the doubts that you had before joining Fresh Start?
The first thing I thought was scam. I mean, I know, I'm serious, because I actually read about the Fresh Start program. I read about it. So I read about it in a Reddit forum. And I was in a Reddit forum, and someone was talking about it, and they put the link out there. And so I went out to, the site, and I'm looking around and I'm, listening to videos, all of that, looking at all the information, and then I start Googling, complaints or reviews, next to the Fresh Start. Kept going over the website for about a good week, just going over with a fine-tooth comb, trying to find something that I missed. And I didn't. So I ended up picking up the phone and making that phone call on my lunch one day at work. And it was, in listening, I'm trying to think, who did I speak to? Was it Ken? Yeah. In listening to him and telling me, what, as far as just pretty much triaging, the call and determining, what services you can provide. And when he said, okay, well, this is what it is. This is, this is the rate, how much it costs. This is what we can do. And this is what we'll do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in touch with, he already said, based on your situation, I know who, she's really good at this. Ali is very good at this. So I'm going to put you in touch with Ali. She's going to call you back. And, and we set up a time, all of that. And you called back. I mean, you all kept your word every step of the way. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll go ahead. Let's do it. Because I'm at a point now where, obviously doing it by myself is not going to work. And I'm going to continue to lose money. So if I can spend the same amount of money and receive some assistance, some guaranteed assistance, I'm all for it.
What has an approval from Fresh Start done for your life?
An approval from Fresh Start has given me, first of all, it's given me a peace of mind. I can rest easy. I can sleep at night. I am in a position where everything I'm doing now is I'm doing differently. So, for those that need, an opportunity to just kind of turn things around, financially, or while you're working on that, Fresh Start gives you that opportunity, helps give you that. They help give you that breathing room in order to do so.
Wow. And what would you say to someone who is having trouble moving and considering working with Fresh Start?
Just listen. All it takes is a phone call. And if you are, talk to them, is what I say. Make the phone call. Talk to them and see for yourself. Heck, if I would be more than happy to give, I would be more than happy to talk to anybody that has any questions about the program. Not that I will, and you're more than welcome to offer that, okay? If someone has a question, I'm not saying blast my number out. What I'm saying is, because I'm all about paying it forward and helping the next person. And I didn't necessarily have that. Like I said, I found the program through a forum because I was reading. I'd be more than happy to talk to anybody. So if I can do it, the next person can too. Don't waste your money, trying to get these approvals and worrying about when you fill out, an application, what are they going to say? Or being nervous, because you might have something, in your record or your background that's going to prohibit you from, being able to take on a place. So just let these professionals handle that situation for you and, let them take care of it. And all you have to do, and that's what I did. I ended up going and I pretty much handled everything online or via the phone. And then I went and picked up my keys.
Thank you so much for that. And last question, other than credit, was income an issue for you?
For me, income was not an issue. I was working. Yeah, I'm still working. Yeah, I was working. Income was not an issue. You have to decide where you're gonna, what you're gonna put your resources to.
Right.
The money that you're spending on a place that you're no longer going to be at, or whatever the case is, you could be putting it towards forward looking.
Yes.
So, personally, yeah, income was not, income wasn't an issue. But, did I question, the fees that I had to come out of my pocket for that? Yeah, absolutely. Anybody in their right mind would. But I had to determine whether or not it was going to be worth it to me. And the answer was yes, absolutely.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Conley. That concludes our interview. Fresh Start is here for you every step of the way. If you know anybody that's looking to move, you can help us save the world by saving them and sending them over. And just
absolutely.